What's up, everybody? DJ J-Rock, Power Jam DJs. Tonight we got a friendly, fun discussion about the Rane system. Y'all know what it is, that Rane 72, that Rane 12. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, what we love, what we don't like, if anything. And with no further ado, I'm going to bring on my guests. What's up, gentlemen? How y'all feeling this evening?
Hey, what's going on?
All right, I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves. All right. Who wanna go first?
Timmy, you can go.
My name is Kieran. Go by the name of DJ OK. I got the 72 and the 12s because I was looking to upgrade to turntables. I was really waiting on the Reloop 8000s, but I'm anticipating on them releasing an MK2 version, but they're just taking too long. So when I heard about the 12 and the 72, I figured if the 8000s aren't out by then I'll get the 12s along with the 72, and that's how I got them.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. My name is Damon. I'm DJ D-Spaz. In the Virginia area, Norfolk, Hampton, Virginia Beach area. I was one of those people that wouldn't buy a controller. I rocked 1200. I had been a Rane DJ for a while. I dealt with a Pioneer S9, and then I kept having problems with my Pioneer S9. And when they introduced the 12 and the 72, I was like, man, I'm not getting that. But then, like 3 days before it came out, I called AGI Pro. I was like, you got any still? They was like, yeah. I said, send them to me. And I apologize for being one of those guys who knock controllers, because this thing is awesome, man. This thing is awesome.
It's funny. I started out as a turntable guy myself. Then I stopped DJing for a long time. My wife made me come out of DJ retirement in 2012. And so since then, I was rocking the controllers, the new Mark 4 track, and then we quickly switched to the NS7 II, then the NS7 III. And so when I saw this Rane system coming out, I was like, man, this is the perfect hybrid. You get your full-size 12 platters, you get a dope mixer. Instead of having a big case with a heavy controller, I can have my separate cases. It just seems like it was going to be a win-win. And, so far.
Man, so far so good, man. My only debate now is I'm trying to see, do I want to get a full-size coffin, or do I want to get separate cases? Because I still want to use my 1200. And so if I want to do a party and use my 1200, I'm not going to have a case for my mixer. So that's how I like to do separate. And then some events don't require both turntables.
Yeah.
Then I can just take one or the other. You know what I mean? I don't have to take the whole set. So that's my decision right now.
Decisions.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but who out of, I guess, the three of us has everything, and who has just the mixer?
We all have everything.
Yeah, I got 2 12s and a mixer.
Okay, so yeah, so I have everything as well.
And so we get to see from end to end what the system is capable of. One of the things that surprised me was that with the 72 mixer, when you switch to the second laptop, it moves that Rane 12 to that second laptop. The fact that USB hub on the back is switchable, that just blew my mind.
It's crazy, man, what you can do with this mixer and the 12s. I mean, it's like, I didn't think that this would ever happen. This day would come to where, you have turntables, but not turntables. The day that my mixer came, because I didn't get them at the same time. First, I was just going to get the mixer. I thought I was just going to get the mixer. And the day that my mixer
Did we lose? Lost the audio.
And
Okay.
I am.
Okay. And so I went into 12s, and I cut on them just like, just like I'm on my Technique 1200s. I mean, it's crazy how good they are.
Yep. Have you guys experienced any issues with your system, either the 12s or the 72?
Right now, the only, I guess, issue is, and I posted in that Facebook group, the only issue is the effects, the echo. It just doesn't seem as strong or as loud. Like even coming from my 62, like my boys have the S9, and we had a session last night. I brought the 72, and they, for the most part, overall, they liked it. They enjoyed it. They were hype about it. But at the same time, the consensus was that effect wasn't. It just, for whatever reason, it just wasn't up to par as to what we know. Coming from the 62, a couple of us have the 62. Coming from that, and a couple of them, well, actually, all of them all now have the S9. So, and we were all saying, yeah, it doesn't seem as noticeable. Like even at max on depth, it's faint.
Wow.
So that's the only thing I would have to say that's a complaint right now as far as out of the box. Everything else, obviously, I have to learn. There's still a learning curve. But overall, even transport mode, I was showing them transport mode last night, and I learned a couple of things on the fly. And I said, "Oh, this is how this works. This is how that works." And I was showing them, between doing it on the mixer itself and then doing it and then how it reacts on the laptop. Like it was impressive. It was really impressive. But out of the box, the only problem or the only gripe I have is that the strength of the effects, especially with the echo, because that's your biggest effect. You know what I mean? So
and
that one itself, it didn't seem as punchy. I guess that's the best way.
Same thing with me. I was hoping that that update would make it louder, but it didn't. That's the only gripe I have with echo.
Is that the Serato effect or the internal effects?
It's the internal, the onboard, yeah.
The onboard ones, okay.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm wondering, I'm using it on just echo. Now, are you guys using it on echo out or duck echo or hold?
I use two of them. I use two of the echoes. I use let me see right quick. Give me 1 second. I use echo and it won't really show me right now because I don't have them stuff. But as echo, I use echo depth or something like that. Echo hold, and it holds it. One thing I do like about it, when you put the echo on, it echoes. You ain't got to move the fader, the up and down fader. You ain't got to move it. It'll echo out so it's quiet.
Right.
The echo, you got to shut that side down. You don't even have to shut it down. It echoes, echo, so it's quiet. So I do like that.
Okay.
But it still isn't loud like the S9. That's my only problem.
I have to test that tonight because I have it on echo. That's what I use the internal for. Now, have you guys played with the pad effects yet?
Yes.
Those and what surprised me, the effects section is pre-fader, but the pad effects are post-fader effects.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Maybe. So then, I'm thinking maybe that's what I'm doing wrong because I'm doing it from the effects next to the screen.
That's what I'm using.
Yeah, those are pre-fader effects. And so the pad effects are post-fader. So I wonder if the gain on that channel will impact. I'm gonna do on the gain in Serato and the gain on the 72. I'm gonna play around with those tonight and see.
Yeah, let me know what you find. I'm also doing too, just the same. But let me know what you find out too, J-Rock.
Definitely. Now with the now one of the biggest complaints I've heard about the 72s I'm sorry, about the Rane 12s is the slipperiness of the platter. And I'm trying to get
Of the
mine.
platter?
Yeah, you know how you put the record on and the spin back is
Oh,
being
man.
able to get it to spin back the way you want it. And in retrospect, I realized that on my NS7 III, I may have just had them really, really loose because I'm trying to duplicate that feel and it's just not happening. So it's probably me having to just get adjusted that this is not the NS7, that this is the Rane 12s, and it's different. And
Well,
just try to find that median.
Yeah, I have the Denon 3900s. And so they have the same motor that's supposed to be in a 1200. And it's the same concept. You know, there's a screw that holds the vinyl down to the stem, which is essentially where the spin back comes from, that's what controls the signal. And the tighter you put the adapter to the platter or to the stem, the stiffer or the slower or the heavier the vinyl field is, and the looser you make it, the lighter the vinyl field is. And that's pretty much what they said about the 12. Although somebody posted that paper trick with the NS7 in the group. I haven't tried that out yet.
A paper trick?
Yeah, so they were saying if you take a sheet of paper for every fold that you have in that sheet of paper and you slide it under the vinyl, it raises it just that little bit more. And so instead of trying to fight with it with one hand and tighten it with the other, if you slide the paper in there, it'll hold the height or the looseness of the platter or the vinyl, and then you can tighten it to the stem. So I'm gonna try that out. Although the example that the guy showed in his YouTube video, it was a lot looser than I would like. I mean, it literally looked like a pinwheel.
Oh wow!
Yeah, like to me that was a little too much. But the idea, the concept of using that to adjust the spin back, I think I want to try that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna see if that works. That sounds
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna play with that as well. Now, as far as cases, are you guys waiting for the new Pro X cases? Are you using your existing cases? Personally, I decided to wait for the new Pro X cases. I heard that they got some pretty decent cases that's coming out that's gonna fit just right and not have too much of a gap on, to the inside, and I still want it to be close.
Like you have it set up in your home.
Yeah.
Right. So I have a set of turntables here. They're old Geminis, but I don't have them. I don't take them out to gigs, so I don't have cases for them. But I do have CDJ cases for my Denons, and the 72 just fits in that case.
Oh wow!
So that's what I use. Yeah, that's what I used to take it out last night. So if I wanted to use it out at an event, I would actually have to take it out of the case because there's no room for the connections in the back.
Okay.
And the one thing I'm a little disappointed in is, to be honest, I'm a little offended. I think they're trying to get the better of us. But Odyssey's cases, Odyssey's the first company that has cases out right now, but they're charging 3 times as much for what's already out, and these fit in what's already out. So, yeah, I'm not jumping on the Odyssey cases right now. So I don't know. We'll see. I did want the scratch suitcase, but apparently from Magma, but apparently the 72 doesn't fit in there. But my overall concept, idea, and goal is to get something similar. So if Pro X releases their version of a scratch suitcase that fits a 72 and a 12, I'm going to go that route so that I'm carrying two cases. So, if I want to take my other 12, I'll just throw that in another flight case, and I have 2 cases as opposed to 3 cases or a coffin, because I'm done breaking my back over a coffin.
Yeah, those coffins are super heavy.
I was thinking about getting a coffin.
See, what I would love is the suitcase for Pro X to make a custom suitcase for the 72 and the 12, and then for Pro X they make a Rane 12 case that matches the suitcase perfectly. That way, it's 2 cases. If I just need 1 deck, I can just take the suitcase. If I'm rocking 2 decks, then there's just 2 cases to carry.
Right. Yep. That's the same way I'm feeling about it. Now, don't get me wrong. Based on what's available on the market as far as turntables goes, these are the lightest at 20.5 pounds. But that's by no means light. So, so I mean, that's another reason why I'd rather not put them in a coffin. I mean, my Denons are about the same weight. I think they're actually 1.5 pounds heavier. So I think they're 22 or 23 pounds. But the 62 is nowhere near the same weight as the 72. So, you know what I mean? So that coffin with 2 Denons and my 62 was maybe 110 pounds, somewhere around there, 110 pounds. Yeah, it's heavy, and it's a little compact comparatively speaking. But I mean, this is a full-size platter. I cannot see myself lugging in a full-size coffin every day and every night. You know what I mean? Whenever I have an event, I can't. And then trying to get it in the car, no thank you.
See, I did the math, and with the full-size coffin, with the 72 and the 12s, it's like 105 pounds, 102 pounds or something.
Really?
Yeah, in the full-size coffin.
I've seen Magma's post. I don't know if you guys saw Magma's post, but Magma has a coffin in the works.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and they did say that it's smaller or slimmer than a normal coffin for turntables, obviously because there's no tone arm. But I don't know. I'm done carrying 110 pounds. Like, that's a full body. I'm not trying to lug a body around anymore.
Yeah, I feel you. See, that's the whole thing. You don't want to have all that extra stuff to carry, and it's like,
yeah, I didn't think about it like that. I was gonna get a coffin because I like the way it looks, you know, so neat, compact together. But then, like you're saying, at the end of the night, you're tired. Mm-hmm. And having to lift up 110, 120 pounds to take it down, nah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care who you are, how many years you've been doing this in the game. The worst part of the night is the end of the night.
It's the end of the night.
Like, it's bittersweet. You know what I mean? It's real bittersweet. You're happy because it's over and you're done, but you're dreading it at the same time because now you got to break everything down, lug it all into the car, and then you got to take it all back into the house. Like, it's...
But listen to this, though. One of my setups that we do, we got one called the Experience Package. It takes 3.5 hours to set up. I mean, it's trussing.
So what's your breakdown time?
It's trussing, moving heads, and uplights. Oh. It's the complete production. And to pack it all up is like an hour and a half. Like an hour and a half to pack everything up and get it loaded in the truck.
So, like, sometimes I do get this one spot, and the party has to be over by 1 o'clock, right? And you have to be out by like 1:30, 1:45. That wouldn't happen for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nah.
Nope.
And see, and that's one of the things that we have to do, unfortunately, is when we first set up the gig, get the contract and all that negotiated. They got to get the venue for those packages 4 hours ahead of time. Before 4 hours of setup and at least 2 hours of tear down.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
All right, we got DJ Rumors that's joined in.
What's the Rumors?
What's happening?
Owner of a brand new set of Rane 12s.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. All right, what's happening? I was checking it out on YouTube, but the link y'all was giving me, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, unfortunately, this having a few technical difficulties on this end, trying to stream it and do multicam and all that stuff, but it's all good. Real quick, I want to shout out the chat box on YouTube. Shout out to Corey. He says he liked these 12s, but they are very slippery. He's struggling to calibrate them. He's eager to get his 12-inch skins version of the vinyl. He says it's not like a 1200 though. And what's up, Henry? Oh,
what's up?
Henry he want the code to collab.
No, that was me.
Oh, that's you. Okay, all right, cool. Oh, all right. I didn't know your government.
Oh my goodness. That's what I was saying, that I couldn't get in. The code you gave me, I couldn't get in. So I was watching you on YouTube.
Okay, cool. Hey, so DJ Rumors, what's your thoughts on the Rane 12 so far?
So far, I like them. I mean, there's no replacing the turntables. I mean, there's just gonna be no replacing them, especially when that's all you've done. The only, like I say, the only thing I need to get over is I keep reaching over and looking to lift every time I go from one side to the other. I go to, do the imaginary lift. Now, I am detecting somewhat of a very, very hint of lag.
Okay.
When you trying to cue up something, you listening for that downbeat, and it's just a slight, just a hint. But other than that, like I say, these are my first real controllers. I've never had any. I'm not talking about mixer, because I know your mixer is considered somewhat of a controller, but I'm talking about separate controller. The only thing I've ever had is turntable. So for that, it's pretty cool. It was simple. I don't know why these guys are having problems hooking them up. I plugged them in, and they just, as soon as I update, the only thing I had to do was update to Serato, the 2.2.
Yeah.
If you don't do the 2.2s, Rane is not going to show up.
And that's the main problem people have been having. They haven't been upgrading to that latest version of Serato.
Right. That's what you got to do. But if you do that, it connects with flawlessly. I haven't had no issues at all. I'm waiting on my skins. I got the purple Rane skins coming. In fact, I ordered both of them at the same time, but they'll be here like in 2 days.
That's awesome, man.
I'll be here 2 days.
So they're gonna be, I'm gonna purple them up. I got the magnets, so that way, if I decide to change colors later, I can just take it off and put it back on.
I got the same thing. Mine not purple, but I got the same thing from 12-inch skins.
Right.
Now with the skins,
stuff, man.
With the skins, does that hurt the finish on the turntables and stuff, or is it just?
Well, I made the mistake. The first, on my mixer, I got the stickers, which I don't know if you can get magnets for the mixer.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
I didn't know that. The only time I even saw the choice was when I ordered my for the Rane, and they gave me an option for magnets or adhesive. And I said, well, damn, I wish I had known that, because now I got adhesive on my mixer, and I know that's not going to be fun to take off when I get ready to change it.
Oh, yeah.
But,
yep.
But yeah, I'm just going to go with magnets from now on, and just, change up every, so often.
Every so often.
Yeah. Man, you seen, what's his name? Mackie, the white ones he's got. Mackie, what's his name? Stanley
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh my God. It's like, okay, I know y'all seen the ones that Jazzy Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These are like set up almost like that. They're beautiful, man. Let me see if y'all friends. Well, let me get his name up right quick. His name is
Now with the 72, are you guys going to use with the Ranes and the 72? Are you guys going to use that as your primary?
Yeah, I mean,
look him up now.
Sean Mackey, SHAWN. SHAWN is his first name. Last name is what he said is MACKEY. MACKEY, yes. Sean Mackey. And he's got a beautiful set.
SHAWNMACKY.
CKEY.
Okay.
Yeah, man. He's got a beautiful set.
I don't know if this is him right here.
I wish oh, wait a minute. I can share a screen on here, so let me see if I can pull it up for you and I'll show it to you.
Sean Mackey.
Yeah.
SHAWNMACKEY.
Here, I'm gonna try to share the screen. Hold on a second. Because I got them up now. Hold on. Let me see if I can share the screen. Right here.
Okay.
Y'all see this? Y'all see that?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
That's how. Yeah, that looks good.
That's killing, ain't it?
Good.
Hey, can you mute the audio for me so we don't get a copyright flag? Thanks. Oh yeah, that's a real nice setup.
Yeah, that's the 12 and the 72. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
That's beautiful. All he needs now is his white time code. He get them white time codes, he's gonna kill it.
Yeah, that's awesome right there.
Yeah.
As far as the Rane system, are you guys gonna use the 12s or the 72 as your primary DJ system?
Yes, sir.
I will eventually.
Huh?
I'm definitely waiting on cases. And I'll be.
How do I get back off of this stuff? I messed up.
Yeah, if you click on it, you should be able to turn off screen share.
Hold on. Click on. How do I get back?
Let me see.
Nope, that's you. That's everybody, but I don't know how to make it. Wait a minute.
You should be able to hit escape or something, I think.
Oh, stop share. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not used to all this stuff here. I'm old school.
All right, cool. Look like we got Frank Cook trying to join us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick, give us some background, DJ Rumors, on how long you've been DJing and the primary type of gigs you do.
Well, man, I'm 52. I've been DJing since I was like 9 years old, but I mean, I don't do it professionally no more. I work for all the major clubs in the area, all the radio stations in the area. You know, now it's just a hobby. Everything you see, anything that I buy is purely for this house. It doesn't even see outside. Once it gets inside from delivery, it never sees outside.
Okay.
You know, so it's just all just for the love of music for me. You know what I mean? And I'm just like any other DJ. I get tired of stuff real quick. The only difference is I may be in a little better position to buy it when I want it. You know, so other than that, because I know y'all saw my reloops that I had in.
Yeah.
They made me 3 months old, man. 3 months old. And well, I'm not getting rid of them. I'm just saying that as soon as I saw everybody crying about the Ranes, next thing I know, I was clicking damn buttons.
Like clicking that buy now button.
I got the 72.
Yes, sir.
I got the 72 coming next week. So, just something to do.
That's awesome. All right, gentlemen, real quick, we're going to take a commercial break, show our sponsor some love, and we'll be right back. On a quick commercial break.
Welcome to the low life.
right, what's up? It's DJ J Rock. We got a discussion going on the Rane System. We got some fantastic DJs on the line. I'm going to bring them back into the call. Let's go. All right, we're back, gentlemen.
You saying about it?
All right, Frank, what's going on, partner?
Yo, Jay, what's up, man? Oh, so let me tell you a little bit of story I shared with J Rock about why I never posted my Ranes. So just to make it, because I did clear it up with the distributor. I actually ordered it from 2 distributors, and at the last minute I canceled one. So when I'm picking up at UPS, the one that I did keep, UPS guy says, "Hey, you got another delivery." So I see another set of Ranes with my name on it. I said, "Uh-oh." So I checked my email just to make sure that I had the cancellation. So it looks like I got another set of Ranes for free.
Wow.
Yeah, but I had to be kind of cagey about it because my distributor is on my Facebook list and he's on a few of my other social media sites.
Yeah, so, but now, did you sign for it?
Pardon me?
Did you sign for it though?
Nope. It would just give it to me.
Okay, there you go.
I didn't sign for it. I have an email with the cancellation.
Real quick, yeah. I'm gonna stop you because we're live.
It's okay.
Oh,
it's okay. I told you I would say something when I cleared it up with the distributor because I didn't feel right.
Yeah.
So he just told more power to you, and just remember you owe me dinner when I come to New York. I said, cool.
Wow.
I'll take you to dinner.
You got two systems for the price of one.
For the price of yeah, but off camera, I gotta tell you something else, Jay. But yeah, I got for 2 prices of one.
That is awesome.
It sure is, especially because I decided to do one thing. I've never ever put skins on any of my turntables or controllers. So what I'm going to do is actually the ones that I tour with, I'm going to put my logo and put them on my skins that I'm getting, and just like everybody else, I'm getting them in 2 days. Is that the norm?
Yeah.
I got my email tonight.
Now, quick question: did you go with the magnetic skins or the sticky?
Yeah, definitely the magnetics. I'm really bad at the adhesives. I've had problems with adhesives. When I got the magnetics, I said, "Oh, I could just mess it around and just get it right, no problem." So just for the extra, what was it, $10-20?
Yeah.
To get the magnet, it made sense.
Well, I'm doing magnetics from now on. I did do a set of adhesive on my S9s because I didn't know better. I didn't see the option for magnetics. I guess I overlooked it. But when I ordered the Ranes and the reloops, the reloops already magnetic. The Ranes are coming magnetic. So I learned my lesson.
So I got a question to ask you, Jets. Did anybody do the firmware update today?
For what?
For the Ranes. Did anybody do the firmware update?
I haven't done it yet.
That one already.
Yeah, it came out today.
Oh, I didn't hear about it. No.
Yeah, it came out today. I'm just curious.
Rane just posted it on their social media not too long ago also.
Oh, I didn't see it. Anybody
having any problems with the firmware update yet?
I have not installed it yet. I'm gonna install it.
I haven't put it in, so I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I'll wait to see what everybody.
Now, let me tell you about the firmware update. It's a few adds and changes. They redesigned the pad processor so it's increased response time and sensitivity for the pads. It was an issue with the pad sensitivity locking up. I didn't experience any of this.
Me neither, and I've been tapping the hell out of mine.
I did.
And there's general improvements with the pad lighting. They fixed some fader issues. Fader cut in now saves between the power cycles and improves startup calibration.
Now, I'll share something with y'all that, like I've been DJing all my life. I'm 52 years old, since 9 years old. But I've only done turntables. And what I did notice when I first used these, I said, let me do a quick set. And I'm the type of DJ, I'm one of those DJs, I don't play a track through. Like in 3 minutes, I play like 7 tracks. So anyway, I noticed the first thing I noticed is that I didn't have to ride the pitch nowhere near as much to keep things.
No drift. There's zero drift.
Right. And so, you know, I was letting guys know that, and guys was telling me or reminding me that, you know, with turntables, you got that wow and flutter. That, you know, that you know, that you have to, basically that's what you're chasing when you ride the pitch glide, is the wow and flutter. And you don't have that with these, you know, because it's straight digital input. So that, to me, now that was something real. I'm like, man, I was real impressed with that. But that was because I never used, you know, guys told me, said, well, it's the same thing if you use CDJs, which I never used them. So, but I'm just saying these were, I mean, you just don't have to sit there and ride them. And once you lock in, it pretty much stays locked in a lot longer than you would on turntables. Turntables will drift a whole lot quicker. Especially if you like, you know me, I like to mix out and into a loop. So that loop, you know, when it comes around, it don't always beat match. But on these, it would just stay beat matched longer, is what I'm saying. Without me having to fight it with like with the turntables. Turntables, man, I used to working pitch control. So you know, as old as I am, I never thought about that, but I'm saying that was, you know, something to learn. I was impressed.
Did you use the pitch and time that came with it?
What? What's that?
Did you use the pitch and time that comes with the 72?
I don't have the 72.
Oh, okay. What about you, J-Rock?
Yeah, I got the 72.
Did you use the pitch and time that came with it?
See, unfortunately for me, I had already purchased the whole Serato suite.
Oh, wow.
Every FX pack, DVS, the club kit. It's like I had it all. I think I got on one Black Friday the package for 50% off or something. So I said, I gotta get this. And so all the free stuff
bad deal, though.
I already had.
So y'all saying that package comes with the 72?
Pitch and time, yeah, the pitch and time add-on, they throw it in, they give you a voucher code so that you can activate it, because it's basically a built-in feature now.
And what does it do exactly?
So it lets you change the key of the song, or the key of the notes of the song, so that you can do, like, if you like to do a lot of tricks with a song, you can do tone play. Or if you're trying to, if you're somebody that does a lot of mixed in key and you're trying to match a certain song, you can do it that way. So you can basically change the tone of the song on the fly to match another one. So
with the music I play
at a 1A, but the other one is a 3A, or even something more drastic like an 8A, you can use the pitch and time to jump down to that 8 key, and
their voice.
Right. It doesn't sound like a chipmunk, and it doesn't sound real low like Dumbo kind of thing.
That'd be great for me, because see, that's what I tell people all the time. I do strictly old school. So all my music, you know, most of my music that I got was all band played. And you know, the drummer doesn't keep the same tap taps every bars. He may do a double tap on this bar, a single tap, you know, next time. And so you have to keep that matched up when you're mixing that kind of music. So
hey, Rumors, you do a lot of old school blends, right?
Yeah, old school. That's all I do.
No, but you do a lot of blends, right?
Yes.
Then it would definitely work for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's made for people like him, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And house
I
DJs.
incorporate blends in my mixes because that's kind of my unique thing, is where I love to take an old school song and bring a whole new beat to it and make it sound totally different, you know? But still have the groove to it. But I'm a like I say, it'll be in next week. I'll let you know.
Have any of you used your 12s with other controllers and found problems yet?
No, this is only the first. Like I said, it's the only setup I got right now.
Okay.
Yeah, this is only. I have a regular mixer.
Rumors using it with the S9. Rumors using his 12 with the S9.
Right. But have you seen some of the videos where people were having problems, like they hooked up their 12s to like the Roland 808 and were having problems with pitching time, or they were having problems with key locks?
No, I ain't seen that.
Yeah, there's a few of them out there. And what it is that even the scratch is a little off. Because I heard one of you telling me that sometimes that when you're doing the mixing or you're actually scratching, it's slightly off. I've heard it myself. But I think what happens is the more you use it, the more that it learns your movements when you're actually doing the scratching, because it's gotten better.
Let me ask y'all this right quick. Does anybody know whether it works with record box? Because I was asked that question. I told them I didn't know. Anybody know?
I was asked that question too.
See,
yeah, somebody else I know asked me that too. As of right now, I haven't seen anything that says it's fully compatible.
See, the thing with record box, Pioneer, record box only support Pioneer gear. For the most part.
I thought it was integrated with Serato though.
Not record box.
Oh, record box.
Pioneer.
Huh?
Record box is
Pioneer.
Yeah,
so record box is Pioneer software.
But it's a software for Pioneer though.
Right. So I was talking about this with another gentleman I know, another DJ I know. He actually uses a tractor mixer, but he also uses his S9 with record box, and he actually prefers record box to Serato. But with his S9, so he hasn't been using it in a while, and he wanted to know if the 12s will work because the Denon 3900s has a similar internal signal, and that signal can be read with Serato, Tractor, Mix Vibes, and Virtual DJ. And he said he can use it with record box because it's the frequency of the note. The frequency of the control tone, so somehow it works. But he obviously he doesn't have them yet, so he hasn't had a chance to get his hands on them to test it with his record box. Everybody else I know uses Serato though.
How about if someone has, like, for example, before I got the S9, I had the Z2 Tractor Z2 mixer, and I loved it. Believe me, I loved it. And but I had to map it to Serato because Tractor Pro sucks, in my opinion.
It does.
In my opinion, I mean, Tractor Pro can never get it to work like worth anything. So I was like lucky one day. I was just about to throw it out the window when I saw this link, map it, and so I mapped it and it worked flawlessly. So what I'm asking is, what if if I still had that tractor set up and it was well, it would work because it was going through the SL2, so it's got to work.
If it goes to the SL2, it should work.
Yeah, okay, that's right. Okay, well, it would work that way then. So record box doesn't go through like another audio box.
No, because record box is proprietary to Pioneer sound card.
But that's what I understand. I mean, this is S9 is all Pioneer.
Right, but it was built with Serato. So the sound card in it is a Serato sound card. Now you can use record box with the S9, but there is a configuration or something you have to download from Pioneer because the gentleman, his name is Ty C. He uses it.
Right.
He's almost
Ty, my boy, yeah. Ty Chappelle.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, if you don't know, nobody will.
Right.
That dude plays like 10 gigs a day, every day, 7 days a week.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yes.
He's the one that asked me. That's why I asked y'all.
Okay. Yeah, I saw him last night. He actually asked me the same question. Yeah. And I told him, and we discussed the same thing because he has the 3900s. I have the 3900s. We talked about the internal mode and the internal time code. And we said, in theory, it should work because that code works with all these other programs. So this is a direct internal code. In theory, it should work.
I mean, it just seems like it would, because I guess, what did they do with these Ranes? They took the time code, the actual time code, and programmed it inside of the system? Is that what they did?
Right. So there's a signal that runs internally. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I first hooked up my 72 and the 12s, it didn't work right away.
Okay, look at y'all. First of all, y'all got to stop talking about your 72s. I don't hear no more about no damn. Say 75 or something.
Real quick, on a live feed, I'm gonna show a picture of the 72 real quick.
Okay.
72.
Y'all suck, man. Y'all suck.
72, right?
So I had to run it. I normally run my 3900s with my 62 in relative mode. And when I first plugged everything up, my Serato DJ opened up and DJ Pro opened up and it was still in relative mode. And the mixer was recognized right away. I'm hitting pads and it's, you know, it's reacting back and forth. And I hit start on the platter and like, what's going on? Like nothing's happening. I'm like, I don't understand. Why isn't it playing? You know, it's brand new out the box.
I had the same issue.
Yeah, and then here I'm like, well, let me just start messing around with it. Come to find out, you have to run it in internal mode.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's what I got mine in. What do you mean? Is this something else we're supposed to do?
No, that's it. It's got to be in internal mode.
That's it. But like I said, typically my 3900s with my 62, it's the same concept. If you're using the 12s with another mixer, you have to plug them into a USB hub. And when I plug that hub into my laptop, I'm running Serato Pro or Serato DJ, and actually Scratch Live. I was running all three of them in relative mode, and the internal signal from my 3900s worked without an issue. But now that I have the 12s, they have to run, or Serato Pro has to run in internal mode in order for you to use the 12s.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess I won't have that problem. I'm not getting all that. But I'm getting that 72.
Tony Rome.
Yes.
You got the 72, right?
Yes, I do.
Two of them.
Okay. You're going to say two of them, right?
Allegedly, yes.
Oh, now you want to clean it up. Now you want to clean it up.
Allegedly, yes, I do have two.
A few minutes ago, he was bold as hell, wasn't he, guys?
You're absolutely right. I'm so tickled pink because I'm gonna tell you, I was sweating that every day I would check my credit card to make sure they didn't charge me for it.
I told you it was hot. You would have been charged you twice, man.
Man, you talk about sweating on a nightly basis?
Hey, listen, they still have time.
No, they don't, cause I already actually addressed the issue.
Okay.
And it's going down as industry error. So I'm cleared. So the guy told me, my distributor told me, when I come to New York, better take me out for dinner wherever I want to go. I said, you got
it. I'm banging on that, brother.
Real quick, does somebody have a TV on? Can you turn the TV down a little?
No, I don't have nothing on.
Okay.
Either.
I wish that you would.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh.
Wow. So she has to
He gonna get mama slapped on national TV.
Hey, let me do this for a second.
Yeah. Y'all hit the record button.
We know about that doghouse. hey, real quick, let me do a little channel break for the people.
All right.
You currently tuned into. I don't even know what the name of this show is. It's a discussion about the Rane 12s and the Rane 72s. I got some really funny, talented DJs on the line with me. I'm gonna bring these fine gentlemen back on. All right, we back.
And y'all need to call him 75. And Rome don't even need to say nothing about here. Nothing.
No, I got 144s if you add 72 together.
There you go.
All right, quick question. Do any of you guys regret your purchase?
Hell no. I got two.
No.
Yeah, no.
Can we mute Rome You did. Hey, fellas, let me ask you this: do y'all know whether anybody's gonna be selling the spindles separately? Because I'm trying not to have to, change the spindles every time I change my. What's the matter, man?
The adapters, not that I know of. Although, I don't know, since you guys already ordered, I don't know if you noticed, but if you're ordering through 12-inch skins, if you get the custom vinyl, he actually has a smaller adapter on the vinyl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm sure he sold out, but I just mean in general, when you do order, whenever he gets them in, he has a custom adapter. It's actually smaller than the one that's on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's smaller, it's probably lighter and make it spin easier too.
You know, I don't know if it really makes that much of a difference because it's. I mean,
have you felt the weight of those vinyls with that adapter?
That thing is heavy.
It is heavy.
No, that's true. Yeah, but if you lift the adapter up before you tighten it, and if you let it literally float over the actual platter when you tighten it, that thing will spin back for days.
Tonight I'm gonna do the sheet of paper,
Yeah.
fold of paper, and I'm gonna play with it for like 2 hours before it's time to crash out. Right,
So after you do those adjustments to the paper, you just tear away the paper, right?
You should be able to just slide it back out.
Yeah, just
you don't
pull the
even,
paper out.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
real quick, I'm gonna shout out the comment box real quick. We got my homie DJ John Counterfeit. What's up, brother? He got his 12-inch skins and he got his Rane System today. He got the 12s and the 72.
Yeah.
Congratulations! Welcome to the club.
Make it rain.
Make it rain, baby. Now, real quick, with all the hype since DJ Expo last year, with the Rane 12s been announced last year, and then I personally went to the DJ Expo and I was kind of disappointed because they had them in a glass case and nobody could touch them for a whole year. With all the hype surrounding the Rane 12s and the Rane 72, do you guys feel like the system lives up to the hype?
I do.
Yes.
Hey, y'all, excuse me 1 second. I'm gonna go holler at my granddaughter. She's calling. I want to holler at her.
All right, cool.
Okay.
I do.
Way I feel about it is this. The original plan for Rane to actually introduce these for people who did not have turntables that wanted Technique 1200s. I see that the shift has changed where it's more like just another option for a motorized platter, but it does not replace a turntable. So I consider this extra instead of a replacement turntable. So in essence, there will be gigs that I'll just bring my 1200s, and then when I get a real good light case that I don't have to lug a dead body in.
What I say earlier.
Yeah, I know. Jay, you said 105 pounds. That's what you said.
105 pounds.
Now, does that sound real heavy compared to what you and I used to lug around that NS73 with the 70 pounds that we were lugging around?
Yeah, with the 70 pounds of the NS7, that was heavy. I couldn't imagine doing the 12s and the 72 in the coffin. Real quick, we got a question in the YouTube chat box. John Counterfeit says, is anybody else having a problem with the lag on the waveforms? John, today, Rane DJ released an update for the Rane 72 that fixes the graphics. It fixes the display issues with the waveforms. So install that firmware update on your 72, and chances are that's going to resolve that issue for you. Rane DJ is on their website for the 72 mixer.
That reminds me, Spaz, you said you did install it?
Yeah, I did it.
When you installed it, did you notice that when you mess with the EQs, does the waveforms change on the mixer?
I didn't pay attention to that, to be honest.
Okay, because if you obviously when you change the EQs on the mixer and you look at Serato, the waveform, the colors change. It's when you drop the bass, it takes the red out. It turns blue or green.
I did see that.
Okay, I was gonna say because we were messing with when we were sessioning last night. I noticed. I said, oh, the only thing so far that kind of throws me off if I'm not looking at my laptop. If I'm trying to focus on what's in front of me, when I kill that EQ, it doesn't change the color. So once I switch out a song and I go back in and I'm trying to bring it in on the one or juggle the beat, there's no bass, and I don't know that because I don't see it. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to get more attuned, especially with this new layout, as to look at where my knobs are, even without looking at what the mixer looks like.
All right, real quick, I'm gonna bring my mixer on camera. You guys won't be able to see it, but on the live feed, they'll be able to check it out. And I'm gonna look at that now and see if that changes. Give me one
thing I did note, I noticed before the update, and that wherever you have your effects on, like the echo and all that when you cut your mixer off, you cut it back on, it don't stay. You gotta reset the depth of all your echoes over again.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, like
I did.
Echoes, you did? Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I don't like that.
Well, didn't the update say they fixed that though?
They said they fixed it, but when I did mine, it didn't fix it.
Well, I gotta test that tonight because that reminds me of anybody ever used anything like DJ from Algorithm. If you've ever used that for any of your microcontrollers, if you turn it off and turn it back on, all your effects are back at zero. You have to reset them.
Tractors like that too.
Yeah.
You even lose your drops with Tractor. Your drops leave and everything.
Oh wow.
All right, what we talking about, y'all? What we talking about?
I know that the update fixed some of the effects saving settings. Let me go back to that list.
Okay.
Under effects, this is what we have. Tap is fully supported with Serato. Hold Shift plus tap will clear the tap BPM. It resolved clearing the beat text on alternate effects banks. It corrected the reverb on the filter cutoff. It fixed the double trigger on the touch effects button. It fixed the clearing duck echo when the pad is disengaged. Changes made to effects routing. Corrected the def knob position. And yeah, that's the ballpark of that.
That's for the upgrades on Rane, on the 12?
On the 72.
72.
Oh, here we go. On the general, on the release notes, effect settings savings. So I guess it saves the effect settings now.
Okay.
With this firmware update.
I'll be doing that tonight.
And also it revised a portrait mode boot screen image, improved some rare instances where it will be startup noise, and corrected change in active USB host while the waveform is in view. So this thing is pretty long. They did some significant updates.
But you know what I don't understand about Rane? This has always been my beef with Rane. Well, not always, but when I bought my favorite mixer was the TTM57 SL. That was my favorite. I don't think I had it 1 year. Then they came out. And they hadn't been out that long when they came out. When I got it, had been out for a couple of years, and I had it 1 year, and then I get this email from Rane saying we're no longer going to support it in no way, no support for it. But since then, Rane has come out with a mixer like almost twice a year. It looks like. I mean, the 60, what was it? 62 was supposed to be so grand, and then what about the big one? What was the big?
Was it
64?
Wasn't it a 64 and a 68?
It was 68, I believe. Yeah,
there was both.
All I'm saying is the problem I've had with Rane is that it seems that when they manufacture mixers and start having problems with it, instead of concentrating and fixing those problems, they just come out with another mixer.
Yeah, but you also have to look at the target market for those mixers, like the 62, the 57, the 56. even the 61, which wasn't as big, they were all touted as battle mixers.
Battle mixers.
Yeah.
The 68, the 64, and the rotary mixers, those were all club mixers. That's why they're 4-channel. That's why they're bigger. That's why they are supposed to have more. Those were supposed to be built for the club, even though because you can use 2 laptops on the 62 and the 57 MK2, you could use you could use that in a club as well because it made it easier for transitioning. But the other ones were just bigger because they were supposed to be for the bigger venues, bigger clubs. Those were supposed to be the in-house mixers. It was basically Rane's way of trying to get their foothold on the venue market, much like Pioneer had with their 900 and their 909.
Yeah, but they didn't seem to be marked when they came out with the 4 channels. They didn't market them for clubs. They tried to get DJs to buy them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Rane was synonymous with Serato and the Battle DJ. I mean, look at the SL boxes. The SL box was a Rane device. You know what I mean? So that's another reason why the Pioneer, the S9, was such a big deal, because it was Pioneer's first Serato-made mixer without having to use an interface.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And then they had the SRT 900 or something.
That was before the 909?
Yeah, that was the 909.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good. I mean, like I say, I think the S9 is going to be solid for a long time to come. The 72, I believe, is just going to be, like the ones that can afford a little bit more, and the ones that get like 2 in a damn mail, like somebody.
And close enough.
If it makes you feel better, I did not get rid of my S9. Okay, so I have.
That don't make me feel bad. I got that one.
All right, real quick for my folks in the chat box, what are you guys planning to do for cases? Are you gonna mod your existing cases or use your buy some new ones? Me personally, I'm waiting for the new Pro X case. Hit up the comment box. Let me know what you're gonna do, and let's keep it moving. Also on Facebook, there's a group, Rane 12 and Rane 72 users group. Join that group. Some cool guys in there and girls.
Hey Jay, have you heard anything from your Pro X informant about when these cases are coming?
All right, so my Pro X informant, he says that they're in the works. I know they just shipped a truck, a boatload of DDJ 1000 cases. And from what I hear, the Rane 72 and Rane 12 cases are coming up really soon. So
why is everybody? I mean, no one has anybody. Have y'all not tried to put them in your regular 1200 cases?
See,
nope.
I don't have any cases, and so
I showed y'all my reloops. I took my reloops out and they dropped right in.
Do you have room for your cables? For the cable hookups?
Yeah, hold on a second. Hold on.
But Tony, he don't travel with his. He just don't leave the house.
I'm so sorry.
So that's my concern, is because they are quote unquote smaller. There is some room for play. If it gets bumped, it's going to move around a little bit.
Right.
Everybody's saying they'll fit in the 1200 case or the standard turntable case. You just need some extra padding to secure it in.
That's all I did. I put the padding. This padding comes out like right here.
That's a little bit too loose, though.
Huh? Man, I can barely get this out.
But when see,
and I got more padding. If I got, because the casing came with extra padding. I got, in other words, if I wanted to fill this whole thing, I could fill it up.
Okay. See, my concern is that it would move in transit.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't. Yeah, I guess that would.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you got the tops, which they got cushion up under them that keeps them, like they got cushion that sticks out from them.
Yeah.
Because even the well-built cases like J-Rock and I know, those Pro X cases for the NS73, stuff shifts around in there. So I had to actually build.
That's my only concern with the Pro X cases in general, because I've seen a lot of reviews for multiple cases from Pro X that say that there's still there's still room for play, and that their equipment still ships inside the case.
See, I had that same with my NS7 III. I had the Odyssey case, and I had the problem with the cushioning impacting and creating that space. So I think this is just over time and the weight of the controller. But real quick, in the chat box on YouTube, John Counterfeit says he cut up his existing case, and that Pro X cases are actually on the way. AGI Pro DJ has some on the way to their store.
Okay.
And I'll say it again. I don't know if anybody caught me saying it earlier. I'm a little disappointed that Odyssey thinks they can get the best of us right now.
Man, they charging
$1,000 3 times the price for the same standard case that's out now. They're charging 3 times the price. A flight case is $100, maybe $110, but they're charging $280 and $299 for cases.
Yeah, so that's Odyssey. That's Odyssey for you. That's why, you know, like my DJ system, I got Pro X cases for my speakers. I got Pro X cases for my moving heads. I've just standardized on Pro X because for what you pay, you get a good quality product, you know, and I'm not getting paid to say that. Right. I pay for my cases. Pro X, I pay for my cases.
We all pay for cases, J-Rock, except for you. But you know what I'm really disappointed? I'm just kidding. What I'm really disappointed in
mixers, except for you.
Really? Hey, you're really salty right now. You understand?
Yeah, I am.
But on the real, haven't you thought about this? Here's an opportunity for Rane to actually make good for something they consider their flagship. Why didn't they develop cases for their flagship like Reloop did for their Mixon 4? And like, so when I bought a Mixon 4, I got a case free when I pre-ordered it.
Oh, that would have been a smart idea.
Yeah,
that would have been a good idea.
Yeah, and once guy says that they did think about it, and the way they were going to do it is that you would get individual cases for the 12 to 72, but you could put them together like Transformers to make one coffin.
Oh, that would have been sick.
Right.
That's a nice idea, but the problem and the purpose for a coffin is to reduce bulk and gap between your equipment.
Right, but it wouldn't be a coffin. It's just that you would put them together at the set, not when you carry it with you. It will be individual. In fact, it makes sense to carry them individually because of the weight. I don't want to lug around dead bodies.
I used to have a set way back in the day. I can't even think of the brand, but they were like that, where in other words, they were 3 individuals, but when I got them, they hooked, and they had a hook on them, and then they would be all one. And yeah, I used to have one of those long time ago.
Were you talking about one of the CDJs? Was it a Technic CDJ?
These were turntables. I had turntables.
Oh, turntables. Oh, okay. Yeah. But I saw some CDJs like that.
Yeah. But
in the chat box, John Counterfeit says it would be awesome if Rane made their own case and had them pre-wired with the USBs and the XLRs and all of that good stuff.
That's a DJ's dream.
See, we need Pro X to do that because I normally take out the drill and my own cases. It would be nice not to have to do that this time. It's just a thought
especially putting your own power surge box inside your case.
Yes,
because that's what I did.
Yep.
In fact, I got that idea from you when you modded your NS7 case. I said, "Oh, that's a good idea. Let me just drill a couple of holes and put my power surge in it."
Hey, YouTube, I want my publishing. I'm about to file a copyright claim. Is there any more questions in the chat box? All right. Real quick, we're gonna take like another 5 minutes, and then we're gonna wind this party down.
Okay.
In closing, let's do a roundtable discussion. If you could change something about the Rane system, what would it be? No particular order.
For me, it would be the break.
Get one.
The breaking. All right, just forget it.
I'm sorry, Rubens. I couldn't, because you getting on my case. I'm sorry. Please continue.
Killing me.
Please continue, sir. I am so sorry.
All right. For me, it would still be the break-in. Even though I don't use that break-in effect, I've gotten so used to hitting that stop and my stuff stopping. Like I said, I went on because guys kept telling me, well, you can go on the Serato settings, but they're already at it max. And where they're set at is, you remember the original Technique 1200, you know, the effect that they were trying to get when they originally had it, the break-in. Well, that's where it's set at, so you can't change it now. That's the most.
What about your motor torque on the 12?
I got it on high.
Put it on low, and it'll wind down like a 1200.
But I got heavy hands, and you know,
but there's no needle, so it don't matter if you have a heavy hand.
So
there's
it still won't drag, you saying?
No,
there's no needle, so it doesn't matter if you have a heavy hand.
If you go inside the Serato settings, have you played with the start and stop times?
That's what I'm saying. It's already at its, like, you know, all the way.
So big though.
Yeah, I know with the NS7 III, at first it didn't have instant start. It did the dread like a turntable. Then Serato came back and did an update. They might do something like that for the Rane if enough people go to the Serato forums and complain. All right, anybody else got anything they would change?
I'm just saying, I think for that effect, guys, those turntables, I'm not a turntablist, but those guys that do the turntable tricks, they're going to miss that because that thing doesn't do it. It's not, there's no way you're going to put up that drag.
All right. Anybody else?
I got two. One of mine, I wish that they would have put on the 72 was being able to adjust the fader tension without having to take off the faceplate.
Yeah.
So let me just comment on that because I kind of agree, right? So I agree if you're in a position where you're constantly switching out guys, right? But here's the caveat to it. If you're constantly switching out with people that like to change the tension and you don't mark your tension, if you don't make a marker or score it on the knob, you're going to lose it anyway.
Yeah.
So the only way you know where your tension is if nobody else uses the mixer.
Yeah.
That's my, because I had a discussion about it with my boys last night. The same thing. It was like they said the same thing. Yeah, I would like to have that on the fly. To me, that was the first thing that drew me to the S9. I like the fact that you can adjust the tension on the fly. But at the same time, if it's just me throwing down on the mixer, I'm only changing it once to the setting I like, and then I'm done.
But my thing is, like, for me, like certain scratches, like when I'm crabbing, I want it to be real loose. But if I'm not crabbing, you know, if I'm like doing a party where I'm not doing scratching or whatever, just some basic double scratching or whatever, I want it to be a little tighter than if I'm somewhere just getting it in like at home practicing when I needed this. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, but if you're practicing, you should always practice at what you're practicing at. You know what I mean?
Practice like you play.
Practice the way they perform.
Yeah. I agree.
All right, real quick in the chat box, John Canifer says he wish it had USB sticks. Like if you could play music from the USB, like a CDJ, that would be dope.
The Denons have that.
Yeah, the Denons have that. But the Denon is a media player. The 12 is just a controller platter.
Mm-hmm.
And rumors. Also, John said in the chat box, if you turn the motor button off on the 12, then it'll wind down like a 1200. Instead of hitting the stop, turn that motor button off, and it'll do that traditional 12.
But I don't want, that's what I'm saying, I don't want the traditional. I want the instant stop.
You want the or this.
No.
If you want instant stop, just hit the stop button.
Or use your heavy hand.
It won't do that.
Hold on. It won't do that. Let me real quick. I'm gonna bring a 12 on camera real quick. You guys might not be able to see it, but the live folks will. Hold one second.
Mine does it.
Yeah, mine does it.
What, yours stop instantly?
Yeah.
No drag at all.
Well, I mean, the momentum's gonna make it spin a little bit, but
No. I'm talking about mine. I mean, mine drags. So I don't know how else to put it.
mine drags
Now-
when it's on low torque.
Right
But
now,
when it's
I'm
on
inside
High torque, it
Serato,
stops.
Right.
and I got the braking time set to fast. It's not exactly instant, but it's pretty damn close. It's pretty damn
No, I mean,
close.
if you playing a
Excuse my
song,
French.
you hear it real good when you playing something. I mean, I
See,
don't know.
it stops. I'm looking at it. It stops.
But it's not stopping. I'm telling you, man, that's not stopping. That's not stopping nowhere near.
That's
That
as
looks
close
like
as you
it.
gonna get. It looked like it stops to me. That's as close as you gonna get.
Right.
Wow.
That's like a 1200.
Nah, man, I'm telling you, my reloops, them suckers would just break.
See, oh, you know what? That's the difference, though. See, the reloops are based on Super OEM,
Yep.
Yeah.
and these are based on Technique 1200s.
Oh, okay.
So that's the difference.
Okay.
These are based on traditional 1200s and not Super OEM.
Okay, that
Yeah,
makes
rumors. I do agree with you. That's one of the reasons why the 8000 was on my radar. That's why I was looking at that. I was hoping, like I said before, I was hoping that they would have dropped that or at least announced when they were going to release an MK2. But since they didn't, I had to get the 12s.
But didn't they release the MK2 or the 7000s?
That's the 7000, not the 8000.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Which with me, like say, I'm such a basic mixer and blender. Believe it or not, fellas, and I mean, I'm almost embarrassed to say that, I spend money for stuff I'll never even use. I honestly do. I mean, but all I'm saying is like the reloops, I can count on one finger how many times I've ever pressed any of the buttons on there. Anytime. I've had them for over, I've had them 3 months. Every time I just use the mixer or, whatever.
See, the thing about the reloops that impressed me, instead of using those MIDI buttons to trigger hot cues, I would run the USB to my lighting computer and be able to trigger light scenes like
a DMX.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I'll use it to control my DMX.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's yeah. Well.
All right, gentlemen.
I'm waiting on 72 and somebody's got one sitting there looking at it for no reason at all. We'll call him in.
Put a picture up for him, Tony.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to get y'all to hold 1 second. I'm going to end this party, but y'all still on the line so we can chop it up for a second offline.
Cool.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. DJ J Rock of the Power Jam DJs and the Event Stream team. For more information, visit www.powerjamsdj.com or playmydemo.com. Don't forget, like and subscribe and share this video. We'll be back in probably 2 weeks or so with part 2. We're going to see who break their mixers or break their 12s. We're going to put them through the paces. We're going to take them out on gigs, and we're going to report back to y'all. So, in closing, shout out to my sponsor, Wow Event Solutions, for all your lighting and sound needs. If you're a DJ, let's team up, let's partner, let's do some events together. Peace.
Welcome to the low life.